it out of my lungs.
That's how the American Revolution started.
Inhaling tea.
Yep, inhaling tea, and that's where the Boston Tea Party came from. Someone coughed from inhaling tea, and they were like, "No more."
JT, are you eating your stuff already? You're not supposed to eat it now.
No, I'm eating dinner. I saved a little piece for the show.
It's like, what are you doing?
No, I have a separate plate. I'm having dinner before I ruin it with sprinkles.
That's what Brian's doing too.
Yep.
I thought you were eating your Star-Spangled stuff.
No.
Like, dude, just have the regular stuff left over.
I can't wait.
That's like lighting fireworks during the day.
Did you see in Ocean City? Well, I don't know if this is part of your weird news or not. We didn't talk about it, but Ocean City, Maryland today, that there was a truck full of fireworks that like exploded.
No.
So at the beach, yeah. And it
Accidentally or on purpose?
I think accidentally.
Okay.
And then it just went like crazy, and it was just fireworks going off at like noon.
That would be. I saw a video of a fireworks malfunction that was like all of the fire. It was a professional fireworks show, but something happened and it triggered all of the fireworks simultaneously.
Oh, that was in San Diego. That was in San Diego like 4 years ago.
Goodness.
And it was just 90 seconds of just chaos.
Yep.
Instead of an hour of fireworks. It was just
Yeah. It was like looking into the sun.
Yeah.
It was
that was absolutely, that was San Diego.
Wow. I got on a boat at Disney World one time behind this guy, and he had third-degree burns over the whole side of his right head down into his shirt. I mean, it was awful. He looked like Freddy Krueger or something.
His right head.
But he had
how many heads did he have?
I see the comments. I just want to send a shout out to someone I see in the comments. Riley Owen. How are you, Riley? Of course I remember you, dude. Welcome.
Hey, Riley.
Hey, Riley.
Welcome to the show.
It's a young gentleman who is into clean comedy and all that goodness. So
we don't even usually shout out to people before.
I know
the music starts.
We're supposed to be sound checking. I actually do have a new sound setup tonight.
Oh no, that sounds like more things to go wrong.
Yes,
could.
So, did anybody watch fireworks last night besides me?
Accidentally.
Yep. Is there a story there? Or?
Well, I played at a restaurant in Newland, North Carolina, and when we came out, they were shooting them off in the parking lot. And as we came down the mountain back to Tennessee, every neighborhood along the way was shooting them off. So we saw a fireworks show, half-hour fireworks show, all the way back home to Elizabeth.
That's kind of cool.
Hey guys, Juan's here.
Juan.
Oh
no! Surprise!
I didn't know to do that. It ruined sound check.
Did he disappear?
Get up nice things.
No, he's still here.
Why?
I'm still here. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hi,
I
Juan.
can hear you. Did you watch any fireworks, Juan?
Not yet. It's still daytime here.
Oh, you know what? I forgot that we do our fireworks a day early. I literally forgot.
Happy 3rd of July, everybody.
Yeah.
It was the day between they signed the declaration and then the actual thing.
And they were delivering it. Yeah, the ink drying took like a night.
It was actually a couple of years, I think, before they ended up signing the Treaty of Versailles. Was that? Oh,
what?
Hang
That's
on.
World War I.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Versailles World War I. Okay, what's the treaty that it had to do with France somewhere? Or
the Treaty of France?
Or it's Italy.
the French treaty?
I don't remember.
The Treaty of
Aubameyang. Let us stop fighting with each other.
Croissants for everyone.
The Baguette Treaty.
Oh, it was Paris. Just in, it was Paris.
Tired of fighting.
That's also in France, everyone. Okay.
It's a Treaty of the Eiffel Tower. Happy Independence Day.
Yeah,
I wanted to talk about
Americans.
I wanted to talk about my fireworks experience, but I feel like it's going to be a spoiler for everybody.
It blew out your tire, and you needed to get a new tire now.
Hey, Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Oh, there's Riley. Hi, Riley.
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 is our second shout out to Riley.
Hey, Kara. This is Riley's first rodeo.
It is.
Yeah, but it's not our first rodeo.
Hey, Roger. Oh, hey, Julia.
Is Juan there? Yes.
Yes.
Say something,
Yay!
Juan.
Hey, Juan. Uh-oh, I don't hear him.
Sorry, I muted my microphone.
Don't do that.
Moving the laptop.
All right, I'm going to jump out of the stream.
It scares us when you mute your microphone, Juan.
Have a good show.
John, I joined your club this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, I was driving up the mountain and we hit a deer.
Oh, I want to hear about that. Hey,
Amazing.
welcome, welcome to SCQS.
Amazing.
Happy Independence Day. You can't drop stuff like that before the show starts, JT, because now it's a weird transition. Now I have
What
to
were
greet
y'all
everyone.
doing during sound check? Were you not talking about hitting deer and things?
No,
Yeah,
we were just talking
well,
about.
Yeah, kind of.
No, it's the timing. He waited until just before the show officially started and said, "Hey, I hit a deer, everybody!" And then I was like, "Whoa!"
Where is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the reverse of hitting the post as a DJ.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
You know,
Where
when they
is he?
talk up to where the lyrics start, he just did it the opposite to where the song was when.
Did you bring him inside?
Right. Oh, like
Look.
put him in the backseat of the car like in Tommy Boy?
Yeah. Bring him in the house. Is he
So,
gonna be walking by with like a plate of ham or something?
all right. So Brian April, Juan DeVivo, finally, JT Oaks coming at us from Nashville, Tennessee, with fresh deer with fresh venison in his grill. So what happened?
We headed up the mountain this morning and a deer ran right up in front of us and we didn't have time to stop. And he rolled over on top of the car and kicked around up there while we're still driving for a minute, rolled off the back and ran off into the woods like he was a stunt double. Amazing. And there's not a dent on the car. The windshield's not broken. Nothing.
You just rolled him up on the roof.
Yep.
And,
It was a stunt roll. It was a deer stunt roll. Amazing.
Mhm.
I did feel like Chris Farley and Tommy Boy after the deer kicks its way out of the car and he just goes, "That was awesome."
Was there like 3 other deer giving him high
Probably.
five?
Mhm.
They were filming it for YouTube. It's going to be up on DeerTube. It'll be on DeerTube later.
Well, why couldn't I hit a stunt deer like that?
I don't know.
Why was my deer? My deer's like oop a dope and just right into the front of the car.
You had one that wanted to die, I guess.
Yeah,
He just had it. He had it with his dear life.
he had enough. He had enough.
All along.
People making fun of me.
Mhm.
He saw John Brannon's cob coming.
If only
towards
he'd
him,
heard the
and he
story
knew
of
This
Rudolph.
was his chance.
He's heard what story?
If only he'd heard the story of Rudolph, might have, inspired him.
For real.
Well,
Yeah.
Olympic deer roll.
Or if he heard the story of Lumpy, the reindeer.
At least I'm not that guy.
Oh my gosh! Believe it or not, we've got a really big show
We
tonight.
do. How big is it?
I'm glad you asked. Yeah, I'm glad I was prepared for that question. If this is a typical show, then he asked a question, then he left. He walked away. Look, JT, here's tonight's show.
Wow.
That's
Cicada.
That's
Mhm.
huge.
Giant cicada.
Mhm. It's either a giant cicada or a tiny mammoth. We still haven't figured out what the scale is on this thing. But all I know is it's going to be a fantastic show. And before we get to it, we have got to shout out to our Clickers of the Week.
Yeah. Let's see if I can read it. Some people pay the asking price and others like to dicker. We love that too, but now let's give a shout out to a clicker.
That almost sounded melodic at the end. Was it?
Really?
Yeah.
Like
It
a
was
modulator.
melodic.
You know what
Okay.
it reminds me of? When
What?
Yosemite Sam had the bomb triggered to one particular key. Bugs Bunny.
or the ending of the beginning of the Muppet Show.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
All right. So anyway, what were we doing? Oh, the clickers of the week. So JT, music bed. Well,
okay.
this week, clickers of the week in no particular order are
Danielle.
and Scott
Chili.
He's a Scott child.
I'm sure he's heard every variation.
Yeah. Hey, look at my name. It gets much fun.
Boom. Thank you to our clickers of the week, and thank you to all of our clickers who are not necessarily of the week. You make our show possible, and we so appreciate your support. If you would like the privilege and the honor of someday seeing your name up in lights and mispronounced by us, then go to johnbrandy.com and become part of the Comedy Click. And not only will we mispronounce your name and applaud you, you can join our Telegram group. You can get access to special videos, behind the scenes stuff. You can join our AFERT party, which happens after SKUs every single week. All of this and more is available to the Click members, along with our undying thanks. So thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Before we get into the reason everybody's here tonight, I have a thing that I want to share with you guys that was actually sent to us in our polo group this week. And you know that we have a SKUs members polo group that is we talk to each other during the week. This is not the first time that we see each other.
That. I didn't know that. Sorry. I must have missed that one. Like last week or something.
The polo group?
I don't think I'm on it. Haven't gotten any polos from anybody except for you, Claudes.
Well, yes, you are, Juan, because this particular polo is you. This is a polo of you.
I thought you were talking about everybody in the whole SKU universe.
Okay. I don't think I'm in that. That's like I'm about to show a video of you in the polo group.
On polo.
I did that. No, I deny it all categorically.
I've never heard of it.
That's not me.
I tell you.
So can I set this up a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you remember, everybody, Juan wasn't here last week. He wasn't part of the show. He wasn't at the AFERT party. Mm-hmm. And then when he started poloing us afterwards to find out how everything went, he just seemed a little off.
Mm-hmm.
Things were just he was a little disgruntled, I think.
Yeah. So this is a video. Now, the video is a little hinky.
Did we blank out all the...
What'd you say, Juan?
Did you bleep out all the language?
I did bleep out the language. Here's the video.
Okay, good. We're still doing
a few updates. Worst case scenario, we just realized I could do a from my car if we're driving. My plan is to be and usually is good at a hotel. If it said kimchi, I would just some cabbage and put cayenne pepper on it.
All right. I was a little shocked myself to get that from you this week.
Well, I'm most enraged when I have a really quiet voice, but then the profanity starts flying. I'm glad y'all did that.
Uh-huh. If it was going to be kimchi, I would just beep a cabbage. So, and that is the reason that he was talking about cabbages and kimchi is because this week, if this is your first week joining us, we've been building up to tonight's show for several weeks.
We've been preparing the whole time for this.
Mm-hmm. We've been preparing the whole time. Really, that you could make that case, Juan, that the whole history of SKUs has been building to this moment tonight. Mm-hmm. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it was over a year ago. We cut open a Star-Spangled Ding Dong. Here it is, so that we could watch it decay. And
it has not.
And it has not. Yeah, it is. The Star-Spangled Ding Dong is apparently immortal. And we'll never.
It will outlive us all, folks.
It's going to be here long after we're gone, long after the pyramids have eroded. That Star-Spangled Ding Dong will be there. And so what we wanted to do was come up with some sort of Star-Spangled something that we could do to celebrate Independence Day, which today is. And our SCQS people, I believe it was at the AFERT party that we came up with this. We thought, well, if the Star-Spangled Ding Dong is letting us down, what other food items could we spangle and eat that would be, celebratory? And so we had a bracket that's been running for several weeks. The people in the audience made suggestions for food that they would like to see us put spangles on and eat. And we voted, and it was an intense battle, and we came down to the final four, and those final four food items are going to be eaten tonight before your very eyes.
God bless
And
America.
yeah, the Star-Spangled Patriotism. Or as we as we
We're gonna spangle them.
as we called it, hundreds and thousands galore, or hundreds and thousands of Jimmys galore.
That's right.
So we have each of us has an item that we are going to be spangling and eating in celebration, and we may have, I don't want to make any promises, but we may have a fifth item that is being consumed maybe as we speak, and the video is going to be sent in later, possibly. We've talked to my son-in-law, Joe Farkas, who we've discussed before, will eat anything that does not eat him first. If he can get it into his mouth, he will eat it. And so they're in the process of putting a video together. May not be ready to go.
Is it a box
In preparation, by the way, because I wanted to prep and get ready. I went out and I bought these just to get used to the taste of Spangles.
Nice.
The red, white, and blue Twinkies. So
Yeah.
Star-Spangled Twinkies. Now, Brian, have you actually eaten one of those Star-Spangled Twinkies?
yes, I have. let's just
Couldn't
say
get it
I had
home,
to
could
really
you?
put a lot of patience in to make sure I was left with one for today.
So you have just one left.
No, I have.
Were you sweating bullets today?
Somebody, I had to put it in a lock box and just
Glass case.
give somebody else the password.
Give your wife the key.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter how I beg, do not give me this key.
Tie me up to the front of the boat. Don't let me. The Star-Spangled Twinkie siren.
Lash me to the mast. So that was going to be, you just answered my question that I was going to ask is, how are they? And
they're all right. I mean,
after the sixth or seventh one, it's like
you don't even notice. You don't even notice the Spangles anymore. You just kind of, They're actually good though. They taste like Twinkies, which, as you know, are delicious and fresh and do not taste like chemicals at all. So,
I'm sure the ones you're eating too are from this year, not 20 years
and they
ago.
expire soon, which I believe Twinkies normally have a 20-year shelf life. So these were made back in 2001,
1972.
Legitimately, they expire August 5th of this year. So Twinkies have a 20-year shelf life.
Really?
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
now I want to.
I feel like that's just a
Twinkie.
lawsuit. They're just covering their bases. I think you could actually eat a Twinkie years from now and get the same results.
Well, it's like Bobcat Goldthwait had a joke, and he goes, they have a 20-year shelf life. He goes, if you wait 20 years in one day, are you going to take a bite and go, ugh, does this taste funny to you?
This Twinkie's
Good old Bobcat Goldthwait. So now I lost my place. Oh, so were you gonna start out by eating a Star-Spangled Twinkie, or is that the?
I think that's gonna be my reward for
that's
what
a
I'm
chaser.
About to do. Yeah,
for doing what you're gonna do.
You gotta cleanse your palate after that.
Exactly, and wash away the anger that I felt this morning.
All right, so we don't really know what order we're gonna go in. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Or does one of you guys want to go first? Okay. My item is going to be, if you want to pull up the the cam here.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess. See, there it is. It's tofu,
Oh,
you guys.
Wow.
for a second I thought it was soap.
It's pretty much the same thing. Go on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, nobody thought about that.
I think soap tastes better.
Oh, you
what
got
happened?
your vertical hold is you got to move the rabbit ears. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, I turned that around so that. Okay, so here are my sprinkles, and they actually are star shaped. Yeah, they are star
Wow.
sprinkles. Yeah.
Amazing.
John gets bonus points for stars. I couldn't find stars.
And you see what that says there, Brian? It actually says Jumbo Star Sprinkles. It doesn't say Jimmy's.
Shout out to
It's-
Cupcake Haven.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, they
Shout out
stole
to-
that from Betty Crocker.
Okay, so here's the.
What's the scale? How big's your tofu block?
Put some aluminum foil on your camera.
I don't know why my phone keeps doing that. Okay.
It's the government.
Because it doesn't want to see this either.
That makes it look tiny. I just put my thumb there for scale.
Here's
There's
scale.
my-
Okay, look, just for scale, here's my head.
Yeah, there's my
Compared to my thumb.
right. It's the size of your head. It's the size of a sofa. There's my thumb. See, there's my hand,
Okay.
kind of behind it.
Free
So it's about the size of your fist.
Yeah, tofu brownie.
So I'm not going to probably eat the whole thing unless it's surprisingly good. So I'm going to put the sprinkles on it, get up nice. But as soon as I get close, the phone.
Is there radiation coming from that?
There might be.
Has it grown? Has it grown since you looked at it?
So let's
It's
do
pulsating,
this.
John. Wait a second.
So this is
He's going to have the powers of tofu, whatever that is. After
Tofu man.
What is? Are you supposed to cook? Is this a thing you're supposed to cook?
you can, but I didn't.
You can cook the chicken,
Right,
but you don't have to.
All right, so let me get it. I can put this phone down now. So let me get this up here on the fork. Let me get a big blob of it.
I don't know if raw tofu.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'm having a hard time keeping the sprinkles on the fork.
You gotta mash it in.
Put some ketchup
Yeah.
on it.
No,
So there,
Stick to the
so there it
ketchup.
is. There it is. Okay.
God bless America.
You know,
How's your experience?
those those sprinkles are pretty crisp. I'm not sure.
With that, were you able to?
Let me do another one.
Were you able to like break them up, or are they just?
Mhm.
They
Oh,
just
there we go.
stand intact.
Let's do another one.
Do they have flavor? Or are you just using like
Can you
craft?
hear them?
Yeah, I can hear that crunching.
Break a fill.
Are they actually sprinkles, or are they just craft supplies that you?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Does it look like craft supply?
It's glitter.
styrofoam?
You know what?
We can hear it snapping from here.
That's
Those
really
are-
not bad. The thing about tofu is it really doesn't have any taste. If you eat tofu, it's just like breathing, except you have to chew.
Is it like a marshmallow consistency, or is it because it looked like a sponge?
It's
Wait,
it's sort of like a it's like it's like cheesecake that doesn't taste like anything. And so this is the way I will be eating tofu from now on.
With spangles.
Because I've only
Spangled-
had it in like the starter soup they give you at the
Mhm.
Japanese restaurants.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, spangled tofu is the way to go, guys.
All right,
So if you've been
you heard it here first.
wanting to get more tofu into your system, you're not sure,
Or spangles.
or
Trying to get more
spangles.
spangles into your system.
Well, that's
Tofu.
free
You
up
want
for-
either
gateway.
spangled or tofu. All right. So I'll probably finish this off before the show's over.
All right.
Just so you know. All right. If cake and cottage cheese had a patriotic baby, right? With no flavor. All right. So let's see. You want to? Who's next? You want to go, Brian?
Not really, but I
No?
will. I will.
You know what? I'll do mine because I could get it out of the way and perhaps
Okay.
If I feel ill. Okay, wait a second. I have
Then you can excuse yourself.
ill prepared, and I'll tell you why. We got busy, and then just on the way here, I just grabbed some from the supermarket. So hang on a second.
What? I thought you were going to make it.
So, okay, I told you guys that I got busy. So I'm doing, I don't know if you guys know, I'm doing kimchi.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a particular brand is a Cleveland kimchi.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank the people of Cleveland because we know how famous they are.
Yep.
Cleveland rocks.
When you think kimchi, you do think Cleveland.
Yeah, Cincinnati's got, hang on a second.
You do. Is Melody right there?
She's in the same room. You want to see her?
Is she going
Is she going to do this?
Is she going to eat some
You want
kimchi?
So for those of you who don't know, kimchi is a Korean dish,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to be fermented cabbage, and this particular, just to add a couple of layers onto it, it's garlic, greens, and red pepper.
The
All
Cleveland
right.
brand. Yeah.
Oh, I also got a question. When I bought this, it was kind of in the refrigerated section. It's been sitting in the truck for a couple hours. And I got these sprinkles. Brian,
What does that say underneath? If you
Does it say
it
Jimmy's?
says sprinkles.
He's covering it up.
What they do is they put it for slower people. This is like the subtitles, you know, the people who can speak the real language read this, and then the dumber folks read that.
The people that eat Cleveland kimchi.
So
read the
I
other.
must
right.
bow to John and Brian because I could only get these sprinkles. So whatever flags are pink and yellow and orange, we include you in our celebration. But I don't have a second camera, but I'm gonna prove you guys. But just do this.
Oh, you're putting the whole thing in.
Put it all in there. Really. And in true American tradition too, we're taking somebody else's food and we're ruining it with our own ideas. So what's our do you have a JT, you got like a John Philip Sousa?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
All right. So take coleslaw and just add some Tabasco sauce because it's spicy. I don't know if you guys. Oh, my one thing I hate a lot is sweet and spicy put together. I just can't stand it.
Well, you
That's
look for a second there. You look like when music was playing. You got a couple of chews, and you were like, and then you started to.
Yeah, I will not do that again, John.
Yeah, I was waiting for the music to shift to like a more sadder. Yeah.
So only one bite. That's it.
What's the requirement? What's the minimum requirements here? I always want to know what's the lowest bar.
It depends. How much do you love America?
2 bites of kimchi. That's how much I love America. Well, if you take like fish that's sat around for a while, and you kind of put some candy on it. I love you, America.
I kind of envy your kimchi because it looks like the sprinkles are sticking to it better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great quality to have. You know what else sticks to things?
Star-Spangled flypaper.
Yep.
Luke wants you to have 1776 bites.
Okay.
One more bite. That's the Canadians yelling for you to eat one bite. Do another one for
There's
America.
only 10 calories for you health nuts.
Oh, I wonder how many calories in the sprinkles.
That's very American, John. we put a bunch of sugar on it, so it's probably 300 calories now.
Well, it doesn't say anything on the bottle, so apparently it's calorie free. That's how it works.
All right. Well, congratulations. You did it. You got 2 bites down, and
Yay!
America rocks. So what
You need a Twinkie to chase it now.
you do need a Twinkie chaser.
Only $9.99 right here.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh, you have
that's my gas station snack. I forgot about that.
He came prepared. He knows.
That's gonna go real well with the garlic too.
I didn't even think to do
Chocolate,
that.
garlic.
I guess I could eat this ding dong.
Yeah, you could.
You're definitely gonna lose a tooth with that.
Yeah, I would not do that.
It makes for
I
great
might.
content though.
I might.
It
might
would
eat
go
it.
viral.
Well,
You break a tooth.
That would be a good way to end, all your streams.
I feel like I already did take a bite of this ding dong at one point, didn't I? On a previous
Maybe
show.
like the first week.
Yeah, when you open the package.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I haven't eaten this one.
No, I think you
After a
would.
year.
I think you would. I think you'd remember that.
Or I'd be
You would
dead.
remember the date, exactly.
I don't think you'd be here.
Here lies John Branyan.
I might eat the ding dong. Rachel wants me to eat the ding dong. The Canadians just want us to just eat everything, you guys. Eat everything. Teeny nibble. Okay, so JT, you ready? You got your bib on.
Right, yeah. I got my bib on. I was a sign of fish and chips, So, you know
He's
what?
got the queen in the corner.
I look back on what
She's not impressed either.
my mum
I love
gave me
the
these. My
freezer
mum
thing.
gave me these right here. So it's a whole box of different kind of jimmies, and they got red, white, and blue ones already in there. Look at that. Look at that, Brian. You should have got that instead of spending all morning doing what you did. So, I look back on my life, on my little life, and the cooks I've known, and I think of all the food they fixed for me, and the little I've done for them. And you'd think I'd have the best of it all along the line, but what have I got? What have I got? I got a steak or two. I got decent bangers and mash. I got some haggis. I got my elf back, but I'm still hungry. I wake up hungry every day, and I ain't got my peace of mind. And if you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing, So seems to me, if I ain't got you one way, they got you another. So what's the answer? That's what I keep asking myself. What's it all about? What's it all about? So I've been eating Marvin all day long. I ain't had a bite since brekkie, and I walk around with me roast pork, dying to put something in the old north and south. Made myself a right common dick. I did. Put me in a proper 2 and 8. So I wakes up and I tells the old trouble and strife of china plate and putting on my dinky doos, and I'm taking a jam and jar to pick up some fish and chips. And since it's the 4th, I'll tip a hat to all the Yanks and add a few red, white, and blue jimmies while I'm at it. So again, I ask her, what's this all about? So I'm about to find out right now. I got the Star-Spangled fish and chips right here. I'm going to add a little lemon to it.
Is that from Long John Silver's?
No, I cooked that in the oven right there, right after brekkie.
Oh boy.
Start with a chip.
Brekkie? Chips with brekkie?
That's good. Here come the fish.
Here comes a fishy. Mm.
Atlantic cod. That's what that is. Atlantic cod. And I think I'm going to soak up some of these sprinkles because they're actually quite good.
Snap a little brown sauce on that.
So, again, like I said at the beginning, what's it all about? Well, for my bees and honey, it's all about the Star-Spangled fish and chips, and God save the bloomin' baked bean. That's what I say.
Hey, man, that is
Good.
Jasmine's not even supposed to be on until next week, and yeah, I'm not sure that we need her now.
Oh, don't say that.
No, we got to have Jasmine.
Where Jasmine come on?
This is Cockney. She's Australian. So
Wonder if she could eat a Star-Spangled rock melon.
we can talk her into that.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
would
they-
actually go
How
well.
is it? Would you say is that what it's all about, JT?
It's all about that.
It's all
the
about.
Star-Spangled fish and chips
Mm-hmm.
And the hokey pokey.
and the hokey pokey.
Yeah, those two.
That's it.
What if that really is what it's all about?
Oh, you forgot the vinegar.
Oh, I didn't have the malt
Put some
vinegar.
vinegar.
The malt
or,
vinegar and the fish and chips.
or the green mash. You ever have that?
No.
The first time I had fish and chips in London, they brought me the fish and chips, and they brought me this green stuff. It looked like green mashed potatoes. And I asked the lady, I said, is this mashed potatoes with green food coloring? And she said, no, it's peas. We call it mushy peas. So they serve that with the fish and chips in the pubs over there.
We call it mushy peas.
Mushy peas. And you know, right after that, we went down to Liverpool. This is a true story. Went down to Liverpool and we got lost and we couldn't find our way back to the Tube, which the Tube is a subway in London, right? Yeah. But we can't find our way back to the Tube. And I stopped this kid on the sidewalk. He looks like he's about 23 years old. And I say, hey, can you tell me how to get back to the Tube? And he goes, oh, yeah, mate. I said, can we go that way? He goes, no, it's a bit of a mission that way. You need to turn around and go up here to the next corner. You'll see the entrance to the Tube right there. And I said, thank you very much. I said, where are you from? And he said, Austin, Texas. I said, really? Really? He said, yep. I said, how long you lived here? He said, about 2 years. I said, you did not keep your Southern drawl. And he said, not at all.
That's a bit of a mission.
It's a bit of a mission.
So y'all were both doing English accents to each other.
No, I just got stuck in the Cockney area.
We should. That could be a catchphrase that I would use. That would be fun. We could do it, but it would be a bit of a mission.
Bit of a mission.
And then in Liverpool, they speak like the Beatles.
I would say bit of a mission.
Bit of a mission.
Bit of a mission.
It's a bit of a mission for the Beatles. The Beatles. Little metal bottle caps.
Little metal bottle caps.
Little metal bottle caps.
Wash it down with a pint of almond milk. That's what I'm going to do right here.
Please go to 11.
Is it really almond milk? Is it almond milk for real?
Almond milk for real.
Almond milk.
How do you milk an almond?
They're so hard to milk, those little almonds.
You got to wake up real early in the morning, right? You got to get crack of dawn and just
get
out there.
You got to feed them first. You have a bucket of feed. Hey, almonds, come in.
You shake it.
Time for your milking.
Come on, almonds.
Come on,
you find out they're in the bucket.
And they come running from the backfield, swollen with milk. Swollen they are. All right. Before
I thought that's our snappy wrap up. That's our show.
I was just about to say, before I forget how to talk like somebody who lives in the Midwest. Brian April, you ready to go? With your food. We actually have a video. Can we show that video of Brian? Because I think it's important that people be aware of the amount of effort that Brian
just for you guys
went into. Yeah, I'm going to remove this other video of Juan cussing a blue streak.
Okay, so I'm here.
Here's Brian's
getting ready for the Star-Spangled Food challenge, and well, I am going through and finding the red,
like
white,
7
and blue.
there.
It's pulling out the red, white, and blue.
And Jimmy's and the things we do for our viewers. So I should be done at this rate in about 7 weeks. So see you at the show.
If you ever want to get yourself really fired up and angry, I recommend going through and picking out individual Jimmys by color to put on your favorite food to ruin it.
Okay.
I think that's a great way to start the day.
Both of the King sisters are asking simultaneously, why did you do that?
Yeah, tweezers would have helped, but I don't have food tweezers, and so that would have been really gross. Oh yeah. So I ended up with a reasonable amount.
Like 20 sprinkles.
20.
It took me like.
Wait, hold it up
6
again.
hours. Okay,
hold it up again now that you're the big screen.
You didn't take it out on the first.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Now there's 15.
You about lost them all.
I got enough.
That's enough.
And I have a whole bottle here too. And by the way, I do want to point out that they do say Jimmy's on there.
Yeah,
we did have that pull throughout the
week. But there's no red, white, or blue ones in that bottle.
There's a few left. So I ended up with sushi. Yes, I accidentally spill it on the floor.
Okay, you get like California roll, or you got like
So we have three
Tell us what
choices
you got.
today. We have we're going to start off simple. We're going to start off the entry point California roll. Okay.
Okay.
And then we have
The
what
candy
is
of
called
sushi.
the spider or the tarantula roll, which is soft shell crab with imitation crab and avocado. Looks like salmon there because of the green screen, but it is avocado.
Mhm.
And then we have what is called the baby doll, which is a deep fried California roll with imitation crab and raw scallops.
looks like a cinnamon roll from here.
So where do you get that at the state fair?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them do the deep frying now, so we're gonna just go ahead and. Oh man, this makes me so angry. Oh, this makes me so
Soy
sad.
sauce. It'd stick better with soy sauce.
You know what? We're gonna be. America is inclusive.
You're doing a Juan
And
de
we
Vivo.
overdo stuff.
Yeah.
It is. All right. You know, boy, I've been looking forward to this all week.
I love the fact that he's using chopsticks too.
Well, you know, you gotta keep it American. You know,
Celebrate
Right.
the fourth.
that's how we do it. So, all right. You know, I often find in times like this that we really should be thankful for the things that we have, and I think back to our founding fathers and what they would do for sushi. And it's on days like today where you really think of. All right, here we go. Here we go.
The tension is building.
It's really not that bad, actually. All right, let's do the one with the avocado because avocado and chocolate goes great together.
I like the way the avocado disappears because of the green screen.
Okay, not as good.
Yeah, that probably wasn't. Yeah, do the fried one. The fried one will help you. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see any sprinkles on it. Oh yeah, I do.
George Washington died, so you could put sprinkles on
There we go.
food.
Did he? George Washington.
That is,
I think he died. He died because of the leeches.
All right, here we go.
Give me sprinkles or give me death. I noticed a little piece of that fell off, and you went ahead and put that in too.
Yes, wasabi. Somebody said wasabi. We gotta. Yeah.
Yeah,
let
did
me
you
get
put in
that.
wasabi?
I'm gonna
Wasabi
use
and
these for
sprinkles.
the sprinkles to move the sprinkles.
You're eating sprinkles. You're eating Jimmy's with a chopstick.
That would have been really helpful.
You want to talk about making you angry?
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
Thanks, George.
Good
Thanks so
Um,
much, George.
The texture
You're a good
clash is
sport.
quite-
You are.
You
quite
are
different.
brave soul.
That was a bit of a mission, wasn't it, Brian?
That was a bit of a mission. So you know what? I'm going to celebrate the way
Yes,
I
have your
truly-
Twinkie.
And eat it too.
And I say
Yeah.
to you, America,
That wasn't invented in Russia.
ask not what
Yeah.
your country can do for you,
Made that Twinkie.
but ask what you
No,
can
dude,
do
right-
for your country.
I'm Brian April, and I approve this sushi.
That was really
Yeah.
interesting. It was really interesting. That's the word.
Has-
That's the word.
Have you guys ever done that to celebrate Independence Day before, or is this a first time?
First time,
That's
but definitely not the last.
Was a new tradition born? Every year from now on, the Oaks family is going to go out and hit a deer and come home.
We're gonna gather around the Independence tree, let's hold hands, put sprinkles on.
Fire up the pecan log.
Yeah. So the Twinkie with more Jimmies, with extra Jimmies.
Yes.
Was it better?
Definitely better. Definitely better. Again,
More is
adds a little bit of crunch, a little more flavor,
Mhm.
and
yeah,
a few more
more crunch.
crunch, which is really the important thing.
That's what you
Although
want in
my
a
stomach
Twinkie.
is saying otherwise right now. my stomach is kind of going. What was that? What did you just do?
Why are you
We're gonna have a
hurting
talk
me?
later.
I'm going to speak with you. All right. I do not know if we were able to get our video. The producer can shake her head if we don't have it.
So the official update is that the Wi-Fi is bad where they are, and so
Okay.
the uploading process has stalled. But I can come back at the very end of the show and let you know if that has changed or not.
I was afraid that might happen. Okay.
Yeah, Michigan's bad for Wi-Fi.
Well, we'll get it at one point or another. Joe Farkas is a
legend.
yeah, he's a legend. He's not a human being. He will eat anything, and we think it's because he doesn't have taste buds. We think that he was born without them, and so he'll eat whatever. But he'll be on the show at some point in the future.
Real quick, John, I'd like
yeah.
to just go on record and change my my official results. No, that's not good.
So now that it's had a chance to settle.
Yeah, it took a second for my brain to go.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not feeling real good. I'm feeling 100% right now.
Yeah, no.
He goes, not bad. And then he goes, no, I was wrong. I was wrong. It is bad.
Yeah, it's very bad. This is very bad.
Super bad. Well, I have a bit of weird news with a little bit of a twist tonight. I've got weird news
Yoga
with an Independence Day theme. And it's actually sort of like a combination of weird news and then, see, I got a sparkler there, and American history.
They found a sparkler in space.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this isn't it yet. Okay.
Yeah, that's not it. And so the first thing is coming up July 2nd, 1776. What is significant about July 2nd, 1776? And feel free to, if you are playing at home and you would like to
it's Melody's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Well,
she was
1976. Sorry. 2 centuries
She's
later.
over 200 years old. She stays young and healthy by eating Star-Spangled Twinkies and kimchi.
She looks great for almost 300 years old.
This is the first photograph.
Yes.
That's how I know.
No.
Oh.
They were standing around waiting for Thomas Jefferson to finish the Declaration.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first stand-up comedy show. Actually,
that looks like an open mic. Look at their faces.
Yeah.
He's about to pull a bunny out of the Declaration. There we go.
Take it, my wife, please.
It's from the Take it. Somebody sent it. They sent someone to find the parchment. No, that's not correct. But there's a hijack wife is close. This was the day that John Adams originally thought would be Independence Day, and it is because this was the day that the papers were actually drawn up and ratified. So this was the day that they decided that they were going to break off from England and form a new nation. It was actually July 2nd, 1776, not July 4th.
Oh.
And
the
so
banks were closed and
right.
the holiday.
Someone should have told us the past 200 plus years.
Right. The banks were closed and they couldn't make a photocopy, so they had to wait until. Okay, so that's July 2nd, 1776. So when people say, Independence Day is July 4th, there's actually some debate, and the debate rages even to this day, as far as when were we officially a new nation? Was it the 2nd or the 4th? And so that goes along with this next picture.
A compromise would be to have 3 days off
There you
of
go.
fireworks and hot dogs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so John Adams was not pleased, and we've already sort of indicated why. But that's true. He was not pleased because he was He was actually mad, and he didn't even recognize the 4th of July as Independence Day. That's how upset he was because it wasn't the 2nd. I'm not even kidding.
Can we just
He's kind of like those
take a
people that
second?
don't celebrate Christmas. It's like everybody's going nuts, and he's just like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Day.
he's like that. You know, people like that who are like, this is not officially Christ's birthday.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so,
They wait till January.
Can we acknowledge though that John Hancock is that guy at the office that when the birthday card goes around takes up way too much space? Like, trying to be super important. Like, leave some room for everyone else, John.
Yep.
I gotta do 2 columns. I'm busy.
and look how big and it's near the top, which means that everybody was feeling intimidated as they wrote their little names underneath it. With he's got
Yeah.
If it was,
Look at his
if they were
handwriting.
all his size, they'd have like 10 people. You know, they'd have like 10 names. That would be it.
When they deliver the Declaration of Independence to the king, like, here's this document, but then we've ran out of room. This other parchment is for everybody else's.
so we've stapled another card to it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
like
so-
that these get the little smiley face in his signature too, which is always nice when they do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The heart over the eye or whatever. So.
Uh-huh.
This is war.
Right.
Smiley face. Oh.
So do you guys know when it was signed?
August 8th?
That's right. That is absolutely correct. It was signed August 8th. Was when it was finished being signed, and that was, John Hancock was first, and everybody else was. It took them until August 8th to work up the nerve to try to.
They had to
write
get a planner, a city planner, an ordinance. Okay, from now on, all your names have to be in columns, and they can only be this far.
Right.
Yep.
And of course, there were some people who were upset about that too. There were some people who were like, "Well, then it's not officially July 4th or July 2nd. It was August 8th, and that's the day when everything was signed." And because there are people like that, there are people who, unless the document is actually signed, then the decision has not formally been made.
I say
And
we
so-
go from July 2nd to August 8th as the
Great.
Amen.
Yes, a month long for sure.
Love it.
Yep. And every
That
day,
alone will get you elected, Brian. You need to run.
That's true.
every day we eat our food with sprinkles on it from July 2nd to August 8th.
And that's why people lived to like 30 back then.
Price of sprinkles will go through the roof.
Why is everybody dying so young? Maybe it's these sprinkles.
No.
Maybe we shouldn't eat them every day on everything.
Maybe we should start a war with a superpower.
Maybe we
They'll
should.
starve us out.
Yeah, August
They'll
2nd.
Die at Valley Forge.
We said August 8th, but it was actually August 2nd.
Sorry about that.
That's
I was
all right.
6 days off.
That's all right. We'll forgive you. But you knew it was in August. All right. Next little bit of trivial. What's it? All right. What was pursued before happiness? We're entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but that was not the original thing that we pursued.
It was
You know
the
what it
Fresh
was?
Prince of Bel-Air.
Life, liberty, and mojo.
A healthy stock portfolio.
Powdered wigs for days.
It was not powdered wigs. It was not sprinkles either. I know that somebody's getting ready to type that in.
Low caloric confections.
Yeah, so Hamilton was drawing it up, and he and 4 other dudes were actually the framers: Benjamin Franklin and Adams and Robert Livingston. Is that it? I'm missing somebody. But anyway, the original draft was you are free for the pursuit of life, liberty, and it wasn't happiness. And so they had a discussion about it. It wasn't haggis.
It was just sadness. They're like, "Can we go with
Sadness. That can't be right. Not sadness.
Life, liberty, and indifference. Like, no,
Life,
that's not
liberty,
right.
No.
Whatever.
No, we
Whatever.
can do better. We
Come on,
can
Where's
do
Daniel
better.
Webster when you need him? Webster, we need that book that you have that has the words with the other words in it. What is that called?
Misery and lamentations.
That's what you've chosen.
The right
The lamentation
life,
of the women.
liberty, and crushing sadness.
Championship basketball team.
crippling
I will-
depression.
I will give you a hint. Mushy peas is not right either, but that's hilarious. It is not an emotion. It's not an emotion. Life, liberty, and
Groupon.
No cholesterol.
Groupons.
you guys give up. Nobody's
Is
even
nobody
taking a guess.
Googling it?
No.
I'm not. Googling
Surely
it.
somebody's going to Google it. Surely somebody already has Googled it, and now
My
they're
stomach is
wrestling
Googling
with. And now they're wrestling with their conscience, going,
It
"Is
wouldn't
it
just
okay?"
be freedom, would it? It would be something as simple as that.
No.
Life, liberty, and freedom.
Yeah.
Nope, that's liberty. That's redundant.
Lemonade. You got to keep the
Again.
L's together. Lemonade.
Nerd Dad.
Life, liberty,
There you
and lemonade.
Nerd Dad has it.
What?
Nerd Dad has it. Life, liberty, and property.
Oh.
Okay.
Life, liberty, and property. Because ownership of property was very important. And it was actually Benjamin Franklin who said, "No, we can do better. Let's just pursue happiness because we can be happy without property." Or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what they said, but it was originally property.
Okay.
Okay. Isn't this fun? All right. Well, I think there's one more or maybe two more. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's two more. Which was the first state to declare July 4th to be a holiday?
Oh, interesting.
I'll give you a hint. It was not California.
Massachusetts.
That's what I was going to say, Massachusetts.
Yes.
Whoa. Look at
Did you remember that from American history or something?
No, I just guessed.
I mean, we kind of started it. So
Yeah. Well, you had a 1 in 13 chance.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was Massachusetts, and I thought that Brian would kind of be proud to hear that
I am
because he's
wicked hardcore Massachusetts guy.
okay. In your best Boston accent, say, "Hey, let's make July 4th a holiday."
Hey, kid, let's make July 4th a holiday. Throw the tea in the harbor. Come on.
Come on.
All right, kid.
Harbor.
All right, we got one more.
Wicked hardcore.
I think this is the last one. There we go. What year did this start? Who holds the record
This one
and
I
how
know.
many?
I don't know about the year that it started, but I know
It
who holds
sounds
the
like-
record and how many.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like something that happened in the 50s. This sounds like a 50s.
Did you know that this is a thing that they do on July 4th? This is
Yes.
that Nathan's
Every
started
year.
doing this every year on July 4th. It's the hot dog eating contest.
I want to say like 97, somewhere around there, 1997. Maybe a
Mm.
little later than that.
Is it
Blunderbuss.
I'm gonna guess 1928.
Okay. And what'd you say, Juan?
I didn't know it was that early. I was going to say something like the 50s.
50s,
After World War II. 55. I'm going to say 1955. 'cause
55. And what'd you say, Brian?
That's
I was
even.
going to say 97.
97. Okay. You guys are all incorrect. George Venus, 1947, 18. No, not even close. So the year was 1972. And who holds the record, I think, has already been up there. It's not Blunderbuss.
No,
It's
it's Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut. That's correct.
Joe Butter.
Now, the
If you-
question is how many?
I know.
How long? What's the length of time that they have? They have to do an amount of time?
It's,
Yes, I believe they have an hour, I think.
An hour?
Or it
So-
might be less than that. I don't
Is he-
know. I didn't.
he won again today, and so I saw his record, so I'll let other people guess.
Did they break the record today?
Did
He
he-
didn't break it for the number of hot dogs, I don't think.
No,
I think he
okay.
only had like 75 or something today.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling it. So
That is the record, I believe. At least it was the
Whoa.
record from where I got it. So it's 1972. Joey Chestnut, Joey Chestnut, and then 75 hot dogs. 75 hot dogs,
Wow.
and they have to eat them with the bun too. So you can't just eat the hot dog. You got to eat the
Right.
Oh
whole.
my gosh.
And you know how many times he's won the event?
Has he won it 6 times?
13.
What?
13 times.
He's a champion.
He's unbeatable. You wonder why everybody else keeps showing up.
this guy again, with the best. Wow.
I'm not even going to go until Joey Chestnut's dead.
You can't have a dynasty like that without some kind of.
This just in.
Yes.
My husband says that he actually did beat the record today.
Oh, did he?
Oh.
Okay.
He did 76 today.
76
Wow.
hot dogs.
There were some people
Hooray.
saying that. So I was watching a documentary of these competitive eaters, and they actually have training that they do, and they had like a balloon or like some sort of a rubber bladder or something, and they took 75 hot dogs and buns and they crushed them up and they stuffed them into that balloon, and it was just like your stomach. They were like, everybody wants to see what your stomach looks like after you eat 75 hot dogs, and who doesn't? I sure do. And it was, and it looked like a throw pillow.
Wow. Did they cover the day after the competition? Are you serious? It ended with the championship, not like here's the aftermath.
Because he would set 2 records probably.
Probably would.
He probably holds record for 2 things.
Oh goodness.
But I think one of the rules is that you're not allowed to puke, right, Brian? You
I'm
can't.
sure that would be it. Yeah.
You can't throw up.
Yeah, you can't throw
Otherwise, endless. We'd still be here.
Yeah.
Binge and purge and binge and purge.
Seems like you could die from that.
I'll tell you the one that I thought looked like a bad idea was I've seen like ghost pepper eating, where they just have a big plate of super hot peppers and they just start piling them in. And I take, I'll just bite the tip off of one of those peppers and I'm incapacitated. And these guys are eating them.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Well, if one will lay you out, it probably doesn't matter how many you eat. I mean, if one's
once everything kind of goes, then your everything's numb.
Yeah.
Your vision blurs and
Your sinuses open up and it's not pretty. It is.
You get tunnel vision.
Yeah.
The next dimension.
Have you eaten one of those peppers, Brian?
I don't go that hot. No, I've seen people do it. Yeah, it's not. No.
Have you done it, JT?
I had a habanero once, and that was enough. I said I'll never do this again. There's a lady here in Knoxville that grows them in her front yard, just rows and rows of all kinds of peppers. And I went over there one day, and she said, "Have you ever had habanero?" And I said, "No." And so she gave me one out of a jar and a glass of milk about this tall.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "You're going to need that." So
and it wasn't enough.
I just popped the whole thing in, and I was in pain for the rest of the day.
No.
I was in pain for the rest of the day. I had 2 glasses of that milk before I left, but I went home and I was still feeling it. It was awful.
And you can't like touch your face. You can't rub your eyes or any you can't do anything. So
horrible.
Yeah,
it was awful. Never again.
Well, they're super hot, and that's what I was going to say. That it's not like when you eat them that you go numb. It doesn't have a numbing effect. It's like it sets your whole throat and mouth on fire, and you just keep eating them. It's not like you push through it and now it's not going to be a big deal. It's like now the furnace is 7 times hotter than it normally is. So let's throw the Hebrews in.
Yeah.
There's that YouTube channel where they just eat progressively hotter wings when they get like
Yep. And some of those people are pounding the tables and they're cussing, and so it reminds me of a joke that I heard though, where a guy is sitting at work and it's lunchtime, and he's sitting at work and he opens up his thermos and he's got ice cream and peppers. He got ice cream and hot peppers, and he pours them into the cup, and he eats them together. Ice cream and hot peppers.
Ooh.
And the guy sitting next to him goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "This is what I eat for lunch every day." He goes, "That is disgusting. Why do you do that?" He goes, "Because I like getting up in the morning and sitting on the toilet and going, 'Come on, ice cream.'"
Oh gosh.
Also a public service announcement for any of the viewers: do not do water. Water is the worst
That's
thing
true.
you can do for it. You want something. You're better off having bread.
Bread
or
will work.
something like that, or
A
milk.
banana.
Milk is good. Water is not good.
Well, it's not really good to drink a lot of milk either, because that will have an effect on your gut if you put too much lactose in. Which is another contest that I have seen done, where people will it's impossible to drink a gallon of milk and not barf. You can't do it. It's too much milk for the humans to process. And so I've been at events before, Christian events, where the youth group will drink a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
Have you been to these, Juan? They drink a gallon of milk. Then they go
youth group I
stand.
grew up in was every game that we played seemed specifically designed to make people throw up. The youth pastor, one of them we did was you eat a banana and then you drink a warm Sprite. And even as a sixth grader, I'm going, that's going to just force up whatever you have. Absolutely everybody throws up. But I actually I did a documentary. There was a guy in our youth group that did I call it the Jug Chug Challenge. I think it's still on YouTube. If you want to watch it, it's on my channel.
Wait, he tried to drink a gallon of milk?
Yeah. No, it was.
He's seen Juwan's video.
He's our youth pastor now. He was in 10th grade when I did the video, but now he's our youth pastor.
That's great.
This was a contest where they would chug a gallon of milk, and then they would stand at the end of this tarp, and then they would measure who shot the farthest, who had the longest, farthest stream.
They used to do that at Summer in the Sun, and they would put food coloring in the milk. Like there'd be a red one and a green one and a blue one.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking about. It was Summer in the Sun, and I
then
remember
they show the footage at night, right before Vespers, of all the people throwing up.
And then they would praise the Lord.
Yeah.
If you do it at night, you do like a glow in the dark food color.
Well, the reason I know about it is because we were living on campus at the time when they were doing it, and I went down to get my mail one day, and they had this tarp out, and there was a couple hundred kids standing around the tarp, just blowing multicolored vomit into the chart, and I'm like, "What is going on?" And then they told me, "Yeah, we're drinking milk and barfing."
Do they have the music?
Yep.
I do say, Reginald, this milk toss is the most classy thing I've ever seen.
Although it's a bit of a mission to clean up.
It's a bit of a mission. It's a bit mushy. All right. I can't think of anything else. Oh, yes, I can. I got one other thing that you made me think about. My friend Kevin used to work at Kokomo Sanitary Pottery, and they make toilets. They make the porcelain toilet. And for Halloween, he was also a youth minister. And so there's a theme here that's developing with youth ministers. Every Halloween, instead of bobbing for apples, he would get a clean piece of pottery. Juwan's nodding like he knows what this is.
I know exactly what's going down.
And he would fill it up with apple cider. And then he would get frozen bananas that he had dipped in chocolate. He'd dip them in chocolate and freeze them and put them into the apple cider in the toilet. And then the kids would bob for it instead of apples.
That's a cool twist on it. Melody's brother, when he was a youth pastor, he did Mountain Dew and Baby Ruths.
It seems like that would fizz if you put a Baby Ruth in a vat of Mountain Dew, wouldn't it?
It's very Caddyshack. It's very Caddyshack.
It seems like it would almost be like propelled, like the bubbles would sort of make it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think maybe he wanted foam to not be too gross about it, but
I don't know. Well, we ended on a high note tonight.
Yeah,
that's our show for this week. Thanks for being here. It's time for the Snappy wrap up. How does that work this week?
Well, I'll tell you, but first I just want to let you know that Joe's sorry he couldn't be here, and he was going to come on live, and he would have come live to eat the item for you guys, except that when he was filming the video that ended up not working, he consumed the entirety of the thing that he was star-spangling. So there's none left to eat.
Well, we could probably see it next week, though, right? We could
probably yes,
or post it for the click numbers.
probably that would work too.
So he inadvertently ate the entire thing without filming it.
Whoops.
Yeah, well, no, he ate it while filming it, and then the video wouldn't upload, and it's still in the cloud somewhere trying to upload. And
So we'll get it.
yeah, we'll get it, but at this point, there's nothing we can do because there's nothing left for him to eat for us right now. So,
Okay.
so that's the show. And tonight's Snappy wrap up is going to be JT and Juan.
So me and Brian are out.
We're going to say goodbye to, well,
See you
we'll
at the
see you at the
AFERT party.
AFERT party. Bye. And bye. Okay, so the two of you can read the credits tonight with your best patriotic British accents. JT, you can do some music if you'd like.
All right.
And you know how this works. I'm going to get this video pulled up here. And maybe. And you have to read as much as you can, but good luck because it goes really fast.
Okay.
And
Very well.
go!
Oh, you know what country I like the best? America.
And there's the spinning wheel.
Oh, well, you know the Comedian Next Door podcast is now full of...
I can't play and talk at the same time. I'm sorry. There's Louise Bear. There's Nancy Branion, John Branion, Peter Chapman. Go ahead. I'm talking right on.
No, it's okay. Todd Copeland. Anyway, Vacay with Comics, August 19. You should be there because it's awesome.
Yes, it should. You should. And Derek James should be there. Julia King, Monty King, Jeff Lang.
Karen
Paula Lee.
Lovell. You should love Brian because he eats things like sushi.
Yes, he does. And he eats them with great, great gusto. Thank you, Olivia Rugrock and Juan DeVivo at castingcrowns.com. Thank you, Juan, for being on the show
Yes,
tonight.
and Mark Schilling and Corey Stevens. The best thing about JT is he's always ready with a tune. A tune on the tune.
And say something memorable. God bless America.
God bless America. Down with the Queen.